Did someone literally just grab a sign and run away? Like, we would have gave it to you. Well, I guess that was my cue to start. First off, I gotta say, the energy in Kelowna is like a giant smile. It's pretty welcoming. I can't deny it. It's unlike anywhere I've been in Canada. I've never been here before, and I'm actually quite surprised that I haven't, and I'm quite impressed now that I'm here. I almost didn't make it here, as you guys know. I had some hardships along the way. I was put on the no-fly list, the domestic terror list, had my Instagram taken down, had my website taken down, and then this morning they used some, let's just say, sneaky, underhanded tricks to try to prevent me from making it here today, or to make it so if I did make it here today, I would not be allowed to speak to you guys. But, as usual, whenever they try to do something to me, I just keep moving forward, I just keep my eye on my goals, and one way or another, we get the job done. We started in Calgary, and that was the largest crowd I think I've seen probably at any one of these protests, and the energy was there.
Act boldly and unseen forces will come to your aid.
Like, these people were just at the end of their rope, and you could tell they had enough, and they were ready to employ some united non-compliance. Then I made my way over to Van, and as I was walking around the streets, I see everybody so laid back over there, especially in downtown. And I was wondering to myself, is this going to be a good event? Are people even going to show up? Is that even awake? And then, oh my gosh, the beach was just swarming with people, and the energy there was unreal. I couldn't believe how ready Vancouver was to open their businesses, how ready they were to stand up to the rest of these restrictions. It's not like this in the East. You guys have it good. Don't take it for granted. Look around at your friends, look around at your neighbors, shake their hands and congratulate each other. Because it's a lot better here than it is where I'm from, and it's because of you guys. I tell everybody this. Everything that's happening to us is because we are allowing it. Do you think it's an accident that places like Texas and Florida, where they're armed to the teeth and they love freedom, are wide open?
Yeah!
And California and Toronto are completely locked down? No, it's the people there. The government will push it as far as you allow it. And I'm happy to say that you guys haven't let them push it as far as Ontario. But now is the time we have to push back. We've been having protests now for like over 13, 14 months. So last year, it was about growing our numbers. It was about waking people up. It was phase one of united non-compliance, the global awakening, where we elevated people's level of consciousness beyond the perception that's controlled by their television and their government. The perception that tells them that all these restrictions, the mask wearing, the forced business closure, forcible confinement in a government hotel that you pay for, is all for your own safety. Reality check! It's about control. It's all about control. And that's what we learned in 2020 from hearing people like me and other people speak over and over and over again. So now we're in 2021, and now their agenda has moved so far forward, we're almost at their mid-end game, which is the vaccine passport.
Hell no!
Right? So-called conspiracy theory that's already law in Israel and creating an absolute public health crisis. It's already law in New York State. Places like Texas, Florida, Missouri, and others have drafted executive orders directly to block this. Here in Canada, the government pretends like it doesn't even exist, when really they're about to try to slip it through the back door, right on the back of mass vaccination compliance. And how are they planning on obtaining that compliance? With these untested, unapproved, and pretty much unsafe, and shots that don't hold the manufacturers or the government liable, even if your family is maimed or killed. So how do they plan to get you to take something so bad for you? Well, they just changed the law. I don't know if any of you know this, and this is very important, and I want everybody to make a special note of this. Up until 2021, it was illegal for your employer to fire you if you refuse a vaccination. But now, they can. So the government keeps telling you they're not going to impose mandatory vaccination on you. Meanwhile, they changed the law so your employer can fire you if you don't take it, and now they're getting every large corporation to send out memos to employees saying exactly that. Take the vaccine or you'll be fired. This is a crime against humanity. This is something that cannot stand. It's this, along with the forced business closures, and the forced business closures have a sinister intent too, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't know this already, CERB, C-E-R-B, was just a precursor to what they really want, which is universal basic income. A so-called conspiracy theory last year, once again, now already making its way through Parliament with a huge push with using the ideology that we have so many businesses closed and we have so much unemployment, we need it. Well, why do we have those businesses closed? Is it because of COVID or is it because of the government? Thank you very much. So when the government's creating a problem and offering you a solution that's going to create an even bigger problem, that's just another reason to just say no. That's what they want. That's why they didn't want me coming here today. It's not because I'm really a terrorist. I didn't come here to blow up the marina. What did I come here to do? I came here to inform Canadians that they have rights and freedoms. You know, the rights and freedoms that our government pretends that they covet, that our government advertises to the rest of the world as a reason why Canada is a place where you want to live. Meanwhile, when I go out and tell Canadians about their rights and their freedoms and how to assert those rights and those freedoms, all of a sudden, I'm some kind of terrorist. And that only makes sense if the government is trying to harm you. If the government was really upholding their word and really had what's best for you in mind, they wouldn't be trying to silence a truth teller. They'd be supporting me. They'd be telling me, yes, you're a great man for telling Canadians they have rights and freedom. But they're doing the exact opposite. And that's how you know this isn't about your safety, it's about control. And we can prove this by taking any one of their so-called restrictions for your safety and analyzing it through a lens of safety and through a lens of control. Watch how easy this is. So it's safer for you to go to Walmart with 300 people than it is for you to go to a hair salon with 1 or 2 chairs inside. Does that make sense? Obviously not. But if you look at it from a standpoint of control and wanting to strangle small businesses, it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Then we got number 2. This is my favorite one, because this just goes to show you how far it's going to go in court with all these so-called fines they've been handing out. You're safer if you get a test at the airport, then get on a bus full of people from the airport, go to a government facility full of people from the airport, wait there a day, and then go to your house, versus simply going to your house. It sounds ridiculous because it is ridiculous. Unless
She says it's
you're looking
okay, you can
through a
stand there,
lens
you're not
of
in my way.
control and wanting to deter travel and wanting to make travel so traumatic for the people that actually try it that they'll be begging for a vaccine passport that allows them to skip the hotel quarantine. And that's why I made the airport video to let Canadians know you never need to give in to medical tyranny to access your rights. And we're going to prove that again. Because I went all west to Vancouver from Toronto. And now I'm making my way all the way back. Only this time I'm not going alone. This time we started a freedom convoy.
Yeah!
We got hundreds of people
Strength in
and
numbers.
every stop we make along the way, we plan on adding more until we get to that so-called invisible border between Manitoba and Ontario, where they vow they have a checkpoint that's going to prevent Canadians from accessing their Section 6 charter rights, freedom of movement. So we're going to show them by the time we get there, just like I showed you all at the airport, that our rights and freedoms matter. And once you assert your rights and freedoms, the only consequences for your actions will be retaining your freedoms.
Yeah.
And we plan on making our way right to Montreal from May 1st, which is going to be the largest protest in the history of this lockdown. I don't want to speculate numbers, but I'm telling you, it's going to be the powder keg that turns
Go to
the tide
Montreal?
on this.
I've never been. Is it?
You gotta come away from here with more than just good words, more than just inspiration. 2021 is phase 2 of United Non-Compliance.
We
And
can go there
phase
and
2
teach them.
is taking
Really?
action. Taking action.
They're gonna change their
through
mind when I show up.
organization and implementation. We have the numbers now. Look how many people are here today. How many people here own a business? Thank you. You guys are the first group I'm going to target. Because now I'm going to show you guys how to organize, implement, and take action that will get results. First group is the business owners. You guys are the most important group. You guys represent 97% of all the businesses in Canada, over 70% of all the jobs in Canada, and a huge chunk of our GDP, and basically represent the entirety of the middle class. This is why you are the #1 target of the government's restrictions. Because you are the independent ones. You are the ones that can most easily just say no. So what do they want to do? They want to crush your business. They want to make you unemployed. They want to make all the people that you used to employ unemployed. What does this do? This takes away your independence. It makes you dependent upon them. And they can put you on universal basic income with strings. You're going to download that contact tracing app. You're going to take your vaccine, and you're never going to have the money or the ability to start your own business again. That's what they want. This is what they're doing. And that's why you guys are the first group. And right now, I want to see 3 people volunteer to be the leader of this small business group. Who's ready to volunteer? Those first 3 people come up and stand right here beside me. Because we got to do this right. I want everybody to introduce yourself, please.
Create leaders on the spot. That's awesome. You designated.
No masks. I'm 60 years of age. This is bullshit.
My name's Justin Klaus. I'm well known for the Anmore Party.
Awesome.
I own Public Relations Canada, and we publish news at publicrelationscanada.com. It is definitely along the lines of anti-mask. Pro-face.
I want to address first, before I introduce the last person, you got to address that term, anti-mask. What the heck does that even mean? Humans are not meant to wear masks. So if you wear a mask, you are a masker. If you don't wear a mask, you are a human being. What does anti-mask have to do with closing a business? What does anti-mask have to do with travel restrictions? What does anti-mask have to do with freedom? It's a label to derail the conversation. And let's get rid of it now. Don't go anywhere, we still need you. Sorry. You, introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Trisha and I have a business called Wing Woman Dating Services where I do 30-minute Zoom interviews to help guys with their online dating profiles.
Perfect. So we got 3.
My name is Brian Scarpino. I'm the owner of Dynamic Tattoo Studio over in Europe. And I've been tattooing with no mask on. I've been telling people they don't need to wear a mask in my shop. We don't believe in this bullshit. You know what I mean? You come down here and you can feel free, you can feel normal in my studio. That's what I tell everyone. You feel normal here.
That's right. That's right. We're not living in the Twilight Zone. All you need to do to retain your normality is take off your mask and open your